With Vanta's Black Knight in tow, you descend into the darkness, your lamps guiding the way.
Ooh, do we hit the dark proper for the first time?
You are on the very edge of the twilight frontier, about to dive into the true dark for the first time for a lot of your crew members. If there's anything you want to say to them now, to prep them for it, to hype them up, to get them not scared for their lives.
Yeah,
you already did.
We already hyped them up. I wanted to have like a moment with the main party.
Oh yeah, if there's anything you want to say amongst yourselves, now would be the time to do it, for you do not know what the future holds.
This is our first time being this close to the dark since graduation. How are you guys holding up?
I'm always good as long as you guys are good.
Oh, that's sweet. It's just so weird and different and dark. I mean, it feels really dumb to say, but holy crap, guys, it is dark.
It is dark. It is an ever-present darkness. You almost feel it because it's so damp and humid down here. It is not just that, but it is constantly cold. The humidity clings to your clothing and seeps in, and then the cold just gnaws on you.
Oh, I hate it.
Does everybody have their sweaters that I picked out?
Everybody does have their winter clothing on.
Dawn puts on her alternate outfit.
Quigley has a real fucking styling scarf wrapped around his neck.
I picked it out just for him. It has squares on it.
Lightning bolt pattern. Yeah. It is dark, and it is a little bit scary, but Quigley, leans against Clover's shield and gestures for the two girls to, go down with him to look at the bottom of the shield, and he holds a little bit of his sparkle star magic up and gestures for Dawn to do the same with light magic. And there, in a very tiny, in the corner of the shield, signed like an artist's signature, is a tiny little sketch of the three of them, where each of them drew one of the other two.
Oh. I'm so warm.
Dawn starts to tear up.
And with this image emblazoned in her heart, Clover makes sure to let them know that nothing bad will happen to them as long as she's around.
Dawn, tearing up a bit, nods fervently. I'm so glad I'm on a ship with you guys. I mean, we're in the dark, but this is where you set those stars or whatever you live, right, Quigley?
That's what they say. Well, it was somewhere dark, at least. There's a lot... we have a lot to discover, and we're going to be together discovering it for a long time.
They're beautiful. They stand up after a few moments. Dawn is, full on, ugly crying. She's severely touched.
Clover is holding it together.
All right.
Oh my god, that scene was so good.
You descend into the darkness. After your heartfelt conversation with one another, calling back to the days that you spent carefree at the academy. Now you have the lives of your crew in your hands.
And many more.
And many more as you brave the darkness. You need to find that relic. You need to talk Vysotskia down. You need to convince her that the path she's walking down is harmful. Some time passes as you follow the trail. You school your crew in the ways of running a ship dark. This means keeping the lanterns lighted just enough to light the way, but not too much, because you don't want to attract the attention of the predators that fly around in this darkness. Furthermore, you don't want to attract the attention of the children of the dark. Another species, much like the kin, but far more ferocious and warlike. Similar, yet alien. You keep everybody in pairs because it's possible that someone could just get swooped right off the deck without a noise by one of these creatures in the darkness. And this is going to be a play. This is going to be another montage scene. You are pursuing the trail of Vysotskia with the help of Quigley. And this is going to be how you proceed, basically. Do you want to go fast? If you go fast, you're going to need your lamps on, blast so that you can see quite some distance ahead of you so you don't just slam into floating debris. However, that will raise the suspicion of, or that will catch the attention of beasts in the darkness. If you go quietly, you'll be spending more time here, but you came prepared, so that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, God,
For once, Quigley's okay with going slow.
If we do go fast, is there an option that we don't put the lamps on full blast and Clover sits at the front, because I assume the debris is made of dirt and she can earthbend it out of the way if I discard some potential?
Yeah, that would definitely be possible. You'd be able to stand at the front of the ship, kind of like a dowsing rod for dirt, that also deflects it whenever it starts coming your way. That would be a 3-card challenge, though, because that is incredibly difficult.
I'm down. I'm down for the clown.
I can support the clown. I can definitely help.
If you succeed, what would you like?
I would like for us to get to our destination without attracting anything and to do so safely.
Okay. If you fail, your ship will take severe damage from debris that you fly into.
Okay.
And this is a 3-card challenge. I have my cards picked. Are you ready to flip?
Yes, let it flip.
All right, flip.
7-10 queen.
King 9-5.
Assist with a 3.
You assist with the 3.
We're
and I will
winning.
Say that, I don't think that king crowns my king, because this is just debris. There is no intent here. So you are winning. So you do successfully. You are able to speed through the debris fields thanks to the help of Clover.
Clover stands at the front of the ship, just armor to the teeth and solid, as she always is, and she's basically leaning forward into Quigley's erratic driving, and every time that some giant piece of land gets into the way, she really just pushes it aside with her arms.
Nice.
Dawn and the rest of the crew watch with kind of like open eyes as like first like a rock the size of like a human head hits the shield and everyone's like, whoa, Clover, nice. Then the size of a fridge and everyone's like, whoa, Clover, nice. And then the size of a shed and everyone's like, ah, Clover.
And while Clover is very strong, this is a combination of her strength and her ability to manipulate Earth. So
yes, you would definitely
it looks really
need
impressive.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I forgot to mention, while you are in the dark, you are closer to the source of potential. So you each get 1 additional potential card in your hand. And I mention that potential because as you are speeding along, you find suddenly the dark becomes not quite so dark. There is a flash like you've never seen before, and everything for miles and miles is just illuminated and shadowless, almost like a flat landscape, without any darkness to highlight or contrast what's there. And then it all goes dark again, and there is immediately afterwards a thunderous boom. And you realize that you're approaching a thunderhead like you've never seen before. And Alicia tells you that you're going to have to pass through it. The island that you need to get to is inside of it.
The second the thunder hits, Dawn lets out a very captainly, like, squeak. I mean, it's really loud. If nobody else makes sounds, I'm impressed.
Dawn's captainly squeak is not immediately recognizable as a yelp of fear because of Dawn's surprising amount of sound effect training. It actually just sounds like someone stepped on a squeaky toy.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me.
Flaria just gives you an odd look like, oh, wow. This is going to be a play if you choose to continue pursuing Vysotskia. This thunderhead there is a natural occurrence in the Kingdoms of the Light called the Maelstrom. It is a tornado, a hurricane of debris and water and wind
And sky sharks.
that is bigger than any island in the sky. And it's said that the foot of the tornado reaches all the way down to the bottom of the dark. If you didn't know better, you'd say this was the foot of the maelstrom. You try and grasp the size of this thunderhead that you're barreling towards, but due to a combination of the darkness and the sheer size of the shifting clouds before you, it's difficult.
It's bigger than Verdant.
It is bigger than Verdant.
Well, we've got a job to do, Quigley says. Maybe for the first time, actually, like, a hint of, like, anxiety cracking into his voice. Whatever pose is on the shield engraved of the three of us. This is just the thing we do before every big, like, we gotta go in, like, Clover and Dawn and Quigley assume that pose silently, and then Quigley is going to gun it into the storm. There's no time like the present.
This is going to be a 3-card challenge.
Okay.
This is a storm like you've never seen. I think I've suitably described how dangerous it is, so I won't belabor the point. Suffice it to say, this is the most dangerous storm you've ever seen. Quigley, this is the largest amount of arc potential in one place you have ever felt. You personally feel, like, extra giddy because of it. Like, not due to excitement, but just because of the sheer raw energy in the air.
Quigley has imbued some arc energy into his overcoat, which you can still see a little of under his, I don't know, parka or whatever he's wearing. So all the little constellation patterns kind of glow a little bit with latent arc potential.
Oh, that's awesome. Can I assist with more than one card?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, Quigley is going to try and go into the storm. Out of this play, basically, unless you have something else in mind, I kind of want to get to the point of their narration right before we cut to the flash forward.
Oh, okay. You want to find her. You want to know where she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's catch
okay.
up to the present.
Basically that's what I'm playing to do.
Okay.
Without anyone dying, I suppose.
Yes.
I should add.
All right. So what you want out of this is you want to know where she is without anybody dying.
Yup.
Okay. If you fail, you will know where she is. But I will
Everybody's gonna die.
No. How does this sound? I will make 3 minor wound draws that will then randomly be distributed throughout the crew. Or I will make 2 major wound draws that will randomly be distributed throughout the crew. Or I will make 1 mortal wound.
Ooh.
I say 3 minor because I want us to barely come through.
Yeah, I'm feeling 3 minor.
Okay.
I'd like everyone to be a little damaged if that happens.
All right. And we will decide who gets damaged via a luck draw afterwards.
Okay.
If
we fail.
Yeah, if you fail. I still think it's kind of weighted in your favor since you still find her.
Just being like,
No, I don't intend to delay you. I just think you should lose another thing.
oh,
how about this? We don't know what happens to the Black Knight.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, man.
That's really cool.
I'm not saying they die, not saying anything else, but we lose them in the storm.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
That's
So if you
really
fail-
scary.
That is
All right.
extremely scary.
Yeah.
If you fail, you will take, randomly distributed through your crew, 3 minor wound card draws, and you will lose the Black Knight in the storm.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, ready to flip?
And I'm going
Yep.
to assist. Oh,
I'm assisting.
I flip with a 10, a 3, and a joker.
Ah!
All right, well, let's see what happens here.
because you wanted him
flip
to go
with
first. 'cause-
Yep, I flip with a 10, a jack, a king, I crown. That's not a joker. All right.
Oh, fuck!
All right.
So, Quigley, you reach out through the storm. You don't even necessarily need to try. You're almost pulled out into the storm. Like a neural network, you feel your brain, its electric energies running through it, sort of zip and zap around the storm like lightning strikes. And like a thread, you feel for a moment connected to Vysotskia. and it's as though she's the storm itself staring down at you. And as a lightning strike hits the side of your ship, you feel like her hand wraps around you and grips you for a moment. And you think you hear in the wind, "You'll never take it from me!" And then it's gone again as you spin the wheel and are buffeted by rain.